All right, welcome back at Titi's House podcast. This is episode 57.
Yes, ma'am.
We're talking about narcissism today. We're going to talk about narcissism is really being, it seems like it's become popular in the last, 5 to 10 years? Mm-hmm. And the reason it is, you guys, it's not that it's become popular. It's just that we're having more visibility to it.
And able to call it out and see it more, and it's been diagnosed more, or people speaking on it.
It's not that there's more narcissists in the world. It's just that we have more access to what it is. So social media, there's books out here on narcissism. There's the survivors are talking about it. A lot of survivors on TikTok are talking about dating a narcissist and what that looks like. Also, let me tell you, if you dating somebody and you think that person might be a narcissist, there's a test that they can take. Test? Yes, it's on blossomup.com. Listen, pay your $1.95 to get this test. Have that person sit down and do the test on the computer. It's like 25 questions. And at the end of the 25 questions, it's going to tell you what type of narcissist you are, because there's levels to narcissism.
So do people want to date a narcissist, or is there
ways
to...
No, $1.95 as opposed to a lifetime of dealing with a jackass or a person that is a narcissist. I would rather pay it. If somebody would have told me you can make somebody take a test, I would have definitely paid my $1.95.
What if everybody's a narcissist in some type of way?
Actually, that's a good point, because I'm going to tell y'all, we all have narcissistic traits.
That's what I was going to ask. Like,
can I tell y'all, I took the test and I am on the spectrum too.
You a narcissist.
I am I'm an overt narcissist, and we're going to talk about that. My goodness. What does that mean? So we're going to talk about types of narcissism, okay? Because everyone, like you said, everyone actually has a hint of narcissism in them. Mm-hmm. Although we don't think it, it's okay to, I think it's that it's the bad narcissist that give everybody a bad name?
Yeah, because what's the technical term for definition of narcissist? What is it?
So narcissistic personality disorder is often associated with the inflated self of self-importance and a lack of empathy.
Okay, a lack of empathy. Because you could you could be self-important and still also have the empathy though. And does that make you not a narcissist? If you feel like you the shit, but you also can care for other people.
I don't know. Does it make you a narcissist?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm the shit and I don't care about nobody else. I don't have no empathy, no sympathy, nothing like that.
That's the narcissist. But if you do have empathy, does that make you not
Well, narcissists, not also an inflated. They have an inflated sense of self. Mm-hmm. That means like they're grandiose. They're better. I'm better than you type thing.
I think I'm better than everybody.
You do? Yeah. So do you think you're a narcissist?
And that's what I was asking. Is it good or bad? I mean, if you an overtly narcissist and I was born from your genes, I might have.
Well, it says being grandiose. It says these types. So there's different types of narcissists, right? Mm-hmm. Narcissism can manifest in a variety of ways. This is on choosingtherapy.com. Because if you're a narcissist, also, let me just say this. On blossomup.com, it's a 5-minute quiz. Mm-hmm. And it actually helps narcissists depending on the type of narcissist that you are. What it does is help you grow. So it helps you kind of work through your narcissistic traits so that you can become a better person. That's actually pretty nice. You don't think so?
No, I'm just wondering.
Why are you looking like that?
If you got the high confidence, high ego and all that, it's like, do you want to change that? I don't think if you're truly a narcissist, that's what you are.
Well, what do you think? It's really helping you. It's a 30-day personal growth challenge. So blossomup.com, if you're dating a narcissist and you want to stay with him or her because you love them, then invest $1.95. After that, it goes to like $24. But hey, maybe it'll help them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know. I think that people people don't really know that they're a
Exactly.
narcissist. Maybe you can help them. I don't know, because I'm going to tell you, I dated somebody who was a narcissist, and I thought it was just that person was an alpha male. I think there's, honestly, I think there's some parallelness
Yeah, in
right there,
between, like some overlap.
Yeah. So basically, it has a list of commitments for a 30-day challenge. You basically put the date of your challenge and what commitment you're making towards personal growth. I think that's a great. Hey, if you want to stay with your narcissist, maybe you can
If
work
you
with
want to
them.
stay with them.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I mean, people been staying with narcissists for a long time, and before this term was getting out there heavy. People were in long marriages with narcissists, and they stayed married for years, even if they hated the person. They loved them in some ways. They can't be. You think a narcissist is a horrible person altogether, or they just do
Well,
manipulative things?
I think they do manipulative things. I think we're going to talk about what the things are, what you're looking for, right? When you're dating people, because I think you need to be really aware, of who you're around and what you're seeing. Because I think a lot of times we chuck it up as controlling. We chuck it up as that person just is emotionally vacant. That they're not there to show up for you emotionally. I think we chuck it up as this person over loves me and is just showing me a lot of love, and those are all traits that these narcissistic people have. You know what I'm saying? So it's the way that they present themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we don't associate the two. You're looking at this person as being an alpha male and then the narcissist. I think that really, to me, I'm like, what's the difference between the two?
Between the two?
Baby, because now to me, now I'm really looking.
So,
You
are
know what
you
I'm
not
saying?
looking for an alpha male no more?
Nah, then just bring me a beta. Just bring me a beta. No, I'm
Bring me
just
a
kidding.
beta.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Really, honestly, I think it just depends how people show up for you. You know what I'm saying? If a person is manipulative, when someone's manipulating you. You have to. There's red flags there. I think a lot of times we chuck it up as something else and just say, well, maybe that person. A lot of people, that person has, issues or whatever, and that's how they deal with things. But you really need to do your research when you're dating someone. A lot of people are not who they say they are. You know what I'm saying?
Take the time. I always say that. Date them for a year before you make them your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or try to.
You got to date them in seasons.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it might be several seasons. Well, I'm going to say this, y'all. I feel like I was dating a narcissist and 3 years, 3.5 years. And I never.
And that's what I was saying. So there were
It never
good
clicked
days.
to me.
There were good times in it. Even with them being a narcissist or being a bad person, there had to be good in there for you to even stay that long, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the person that I feel like as a woman, when you're looking for a mate, you kind of you kind of tally what you're looking for, right? Well, he got money. There's someone maybe not working
That's
a
at the
9 to
top
5.
of your list?
No. No, for me, it's character.
Okay.
I don't care about what a man really looks like. You got to come to me with some real strong character traits, right? Now, a narcissist can be a male or female.
Okay.
Okay, so you can date women that are narcissists.
I feel like most people be just labeling it as a man thing or something.
I think a lot of times we do. But honestly, what do you think? That's because the percentage of men that are narcissists is higher than the percentage of women. There's more men diagnosed with being narcissistic than women. Why do you think that is?
Because the men chuck it up to it being, oh, this is just how the woman is. And we just deal with it.
I'm gonna tell you why. My perception or what I think it is. I think it's because women don't lack empathy.
Yeah, that's something that's built into y'all.
It's built into us. We're emotional.
But that's what I was asking. Like, you can't be a narcissistic and have empathy.
Well, I'm gonna say that most women are empathetic. Most, because there's some women that are not.
Yeah.
There's some women that are not emotional. They're not.
It's all them or
they're
nothing.
not like nurturers.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I feel like when you are a nurturing woman, you're empathetic.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say it's built into y'all because y'all are built to be nurtured.
I
most
think so
of the
too.
time.
And don't get it wrong now, just because a woman is not a nurturer doesn't mean that she can't bear children and have kids. She just might not be a nurturing type of mother. Most women are nurturing mothers, right? So basically, with narcissism, can be male or female. I think the percentage rate, I looked it up. What was the percentage rate of men? It says 75% of men there's a higher study suggesting up to 75% of those diagnosed are men compared to a smaller percentage of women
Who are narcissists?
So 7.7% of men versus 4.8% of women in one large scale study that was done. So most men have NPD. Narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, that's the actual term. All right. So what are some things that you will see? There's 5 traits that they have. At least 5 of the following traits have to be exhibited. Okay. For a narcissist, and there's I'm going to tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 traits. And they have to have 5 of these 8 traits to be considered a narcissist.
Okay.
Grandiosity. That's thinking highly of themselves. Entitlement.
Okay.
Lack of empathy. Preoccupation with fantasies of success. So they're always thinking about that dollar and how they going to get that money and how that's just like how people perceive you.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to be successful because that's the highest
Form of like achievement or
elation that you can feel of being successful amongst other people. You know what I'm saying? Successful. Excessive need for admiration. Arrogant as hell. Sense of superiority, and they exploit others.
So that's how many things did you just? That was 8
That's
things.
8.
And you got
so out of 5 of them,
Oh, you gotta have 5.
you got to have 5 of those traits to be considered on the NPD spectrum.
But
Okay.
what if you got 4 of them, like me? Because as you're going through
You're like, that's me. That's me. Then you're not a narcissist.
okay.
You might be a type of narcissist
Yeah.
because there's 14 types of narcissism.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was that many. Y'all, I took the test and I I have narcissistic
She
traits.
has narcissistic
Oh
traits.
my God, and I feel like that
She-
cannot be me.
She's
I
in
was
that
really
25
shocked.
That's what every narcissist say too. That's not me.
That can't be me. I'm shocked. Anyway, so exploitation. So for the exploitation of others,
Yeah, that's crazy.
they often lie and deceitful in order to get their own needs met. They are very, very, that's manipulation.
This really all just sounds like businessmen or business people.
You think so?
Everything on
So you're
there?
thinking all the CEOs and CFOs and CIOs of companies are narcissists?
Yeah.
That's probably how they get
They
their
make it,
status,
yeah.
and they make it
Because even if you think of the women
because
one
it
that you
says
said,
successful
that you say are not nurturers, those are usually the women who are in the business
career.
world that are
Oh
career driven.
yeah, that don't have children.
Exactly.
Hey, you see how things bridge together?
Look.
Guys, gals, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. Pay attention. So sometimes they so it says when they're I want to talk about exploiting others because I feel like that was a big part of the experience that I had with the narcissist. Being lying all the time, deceitful.
You was catching them in lies?
Y'all, if a person starts stuttering when you ask them stuff, they damn lying. What do you think about that? If
You say he was over there stuttering.
yeah, that means
Dang.
they're lying. Most people that are lying, they stutter, y'all. Pay attention because that's a big red flag.
Stuttering.
That's a big red flag. Stuttering,
Dang, so
for
you,
sure.
you was catching them in lies all the time?
Oh my God. At the time, can I say I didn't think they were.
It was white lies. He was like, oh, that ain't that serious.
No, I just think that even though in your mind, when you're in the experience itself, like you feel like something is wrong and you kind of question things, but when you can't come up with the answers to those questions, you kind of put it on the back burner and say, when it comes up again, I'll revisit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever done that in a relationship?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna revisit that because I can't. It's like putting puzzle pieces together. If one of the pieces is missing and you can't link it,
You ain't got nothing to connect
you
it
ain't
to.
got
You ain't
nothing to
no
compare it
proof or
to. You ain't
nothing,
got no
like-
proof or anything. So you kind of just sit on it until you actually can. Narcissists are very, very arrogant. So if a person says to you, prove it, you're going to have to prove it.
Prove it.
You know what I'm saying? That's how arrogant they are. So a lot of times, they're exploiting others by manipulation, like I said, lying and being deceitful, and forcing others to take care of them before taking care of themselves, or failing to recognize when they have made unrealistic demands of people. You cannot come into somebody's world and be unrealistic. For me, my narcissist was controlling, always trying to tell me what to do in my home
Popping
with
up.
my people, popping up, y'all. And I just seen it as controlling
Yeah, that was
and not
always-
manipulative. And it's actually very manipulative behavior.
That was always weird to me. Just him doing that.
Just
I'm
him
like,
just popping up, right?
yeah, so
Like, why? Who just pops up on somebody like that without calling all the time? But it's because narcissists have a supply, and the supply is where they go to get the feelings of feeling grandiose and feeling loved and being around people that take care of them. That's what they do. The women are actually the people that they engage with, because I don't want to say just women, because it's not just men, it's women too that are narcissists. They have a supply of people. The partners are called supplies.
I was about to say, it sound like they're a drug. Like they're chasing the drug, the high.
They're
all
chasing
day.
the high all the time. And if you're a person that's not giving them that high, they're just going to leave you and go
Yeah,
to the next person
one.
to get that high. And when that person finishes giving them that high, they're going to manipulate and go on to the next person. You got to think about this kind of stuff. Didn't think about it in that moment. You don't think about this kind of stuff. But I wasn't really large on TikTok, but now that I'm seeing all this stuff on TikTok, when you like something on TikTok, it comes up on the
starts showing you
algorithm,
everything, yeah.
and it's like, wow, I'm just learning so much stuff about what I just been through or what I was going through in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
But what if you date around and like when you get bored or you get tired of somebody, you just go to the. But you're saying this is all at the same time. You're saying a whole
Multiple
bunch of-
partners.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like they have one partner break up and go to the
Yeah,
next
'cause I was
partner.
about to say, yeah,
They
what's
have
wrong with
multiple supplies. So if one supply, because what happens is that when one supply ends, you have to have the next supply to be able to feel grandiose again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going from person to person to person to get that feeling, like you said. So there's 14 types of narcissists, which I never knew. But we're going to go through them.
Okay.
Okay, so there's 14 different types. Pay attention so you can tell me what type you think you are.
All right, bet.
And think about what type I am, because you know my personality. So, because y'all, I took the test and I did come out as having some narcissistic traits. And it's probably because I feel like I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. I'm always in school trying to learn.
That's what I say. Is it always
so
bad?
does it really it doesn't make it that you're bad, I don't think. So we're going to go through that. So the first one is overt narcissism. And this is on choosingtherapy.com, guys. It says overt narcissists are the prototypical variety of narcissists. They display grandiosity, exaggerate their accomplishments, and engage in activities designed to impress others. That is funny to me.
Yeah, doing stuff that they know they're good at. They're like, oh yeah, let's
just stick on what I know how to do.
let's
So
not
y'all
do
can
that.
be like,
Oh, yeah,
great job.
good job.
Okay? It says their overly inflated egos lead them to genuinely believe that they are more special and deserving than others. Further, they are incapable of acknowledging any faults or shortcomings in themselves. So they're quick to point out other people's shortcomings.
And they don't see none in themselves.
And none in themselves. That's an overt narcissist, okay? and they said that they have an extroverted personality. So they're like always in the public, let's be outside type thing. Y'all know I like to be outside. I ain't gonna tell y'all what type of narcissist I am, but hey, let's go outside, y'all. Let's go outside. They're very charming, charismatic, and they like to convince others of their greatness.
Yeah, because even in you
great.
describing all that, it doesn't sound like they're a bad person. They're just
No.
self-infatuated. Like they just care about themselves. They don't. They're the type of person that at the party is not gonna let somebody else talk, and they're just gonna be talking about themselves the whole time.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. And they said they don't. Narcissists do not. They're not empathetic. So, I don't know. They're not empathetic.
They don't get the
so this
social cues that people are like, all right, man, stop talking about yourself.
Stop talking about yourself. They say they talk about themselves all the time. So that's an overt, narcissist. Then there's a covert narcissist. They're known as the vulnerable narcissist.
How can you be vulnerable and not be empathetic?
Because they tend to be shy, very reserved, self-deprecating.
Self-deprecating.
Yeah, so self-deprecating is like not really talking about themselves. I believe that's what it is.
Oh, deprecating.
Yes, I believe. We're going to make sure, though, because we want to make sure our people know. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I spelled it right. Let me see. Like belittling and undervaluing of themselves.
Okay.
So that's a covert narcissist, self-deprecating, and worried a lot. I wouldn't see a narcissist as being not the narcissist they talk about on social media. They experience emotional fragileness, chronic envy, and difficulty with they have difficulty with criticism or being criticized by people. So they don't. You know how they say criticism is what is this? What's the saying? I can't. It's out of my mind. I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it.
Okay.
You don't know what the
No, I
saying
don't know what
is?
saying
Oh
it is.
my God. I can't think of it. Oh my God. I'm
What
so
is it
stunned
about?
right now. It's a saying and I can't think of what it is. Oh my God. See if you can Google
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was about to see. Criticism sayings.
What is it? Criticism is something. Oh, I hate that I'm stuck on that. So let's just go back to it. So,
Okay.
they're constantly in comparing themselves to others. They judge themselves compared to other people, another person's happiness, what they have, that person's relationship, and they spend a lot of time alone. That's a covert. So that's like an introverted person,
Sound
right?
like me, yeah.
A little bit kind of comparison there. And they suffer from really high levels of suicide. They always think about harming themselves. That's crazy.
No, I've
A
never
covert
thought about harm,
narcissist.
but that's because they be belittling themselves and everything you said too.
So that could be depression too. Very depressing. You have suicidal thoughts because you don't think highly of yourself. You actually think you belittle yourself.
But you don't think that's part of their game? Are they purposely doing that in order
don't
to
think
get
so.
that love so other people are like, no, you're great. They're like, I'm not the best at that, and then they're like, you know, just so that they can.
It could be
It's like
a
just
form of getting attention.
to get the attention, to
Yeah,
get
the
the
attention
love
that
and the
they need.
appreciation. They're like, no.
That could. They said they're the vulnerable narcissist.
Yeah, 'cause it
I don't
sound
know.
like-
They're being very vulnerable, maybe to get attention. I don't know. That's a great point, though. Then they have the hypervigilant narcissist. They constantly are on the lookout for threats. That makes sense. That means your head is constantly rotating.
On the
That means that
swivel.
So what do you think would be threatening to them?
Just maybe other people calling them out, or
Could be like signs of, like criticizing them. They feel like people are hypercritical of them, so they feel hyper. They're constantly looking behind their backs. It can also be. I would think that if you're out here with all these supplies,
Oh yeah,
you
making sure
gotta
you
be
ain't
your
get
head
caught.
on
Yeah.
swivel.
Yeah.
How you dating all these people?
Shoot.
Man, you constantly
Like, making sure you
looking
don't
back
get
and
caught.
forth like, oh shoot, I might get caught by my supply. It could be that. You know what I'm saying?
The thrill of
They,
it.
they're hyper vigilant. They say that they fear rejection and have an extreme degree of slights and insults in others. Oh. That's this fear. They fear rejection to an extreme degree. So they fear being rejected.
Okay.
When you're hyper vigilant, you can't relax
It's true.
around other people. I wonder why. Is it you're hyper vigilant because you don't want them to know who you really are?
It's disguise, and you in
Because you
double
really,
agent mode.
a lot of narcissists are not who they say they are. So if you're being hyper vigilant, you don't want people to expose you
Yeah.
for who you are. Let's just be real. What else could it be? So you really, when you think about you don't want people exposing you, you don't really want to socialize and be around other people. I'm going to tell you that. The narcissist that I was dating really did not want to be around other people socially. Very rare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even us, we only been around them a couple times in
Yeah.
the 3 years you was
Because
with
they don't
them.
want to be exposed. I think they try to hide their personality, what it really is, but you're faking around people. So it's very difficult. Some people can see right through you.
Exactly.
That's why you're hyper vigilant. Because you don't want people to see right through you.
And it might be easier for the person, like, for you to bring a man around, might be easier for a man to spot that in another man. And then for women, they might get spotted in other women.
And other women.
Just because they're like, nah, something's off.
Something's
about
off.
this person. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That is so true. Something's off. All right. So the fourth one is the grandiose narcissist. Superiority. And lack of consideration for other people's time. That's why they popping the hell up.
Don't be popping
Y'all,
up.
don't let nobody pop up on you. That's what they do. They feel like they have the right to.
Yeah.
That ain't cool.
No, I had a shorty pop up on me.
No,
nipped that in
what
the
did you
bud
do?
early. I'm like, nah, we're not gonna do this. But you just gotta be honest with them and tell them I'm not with this. This makes me feel uncomfortable. Don't do that.
You
Gives
think?
me
Do you
anxiety.
think she was a narcissist?
No, I don't think she
Female
was a narcissist. At all.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she just really just wanted to see me.
Oh, okay. Was you ignoring her or something?
Nah,
No.
I just didn't. I was asleep. You know, I be asleep all day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh boy. Okay, so the grandiose narcissists kind of gravitate towards people that really admire them. Oh, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. You're awesome. You're unique. You're a treasure.
You're
Y'all,
so talented.
You're so talented. You're so smart. That's what they want. That's the feeling that makes them feel elevated. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you can't. That's like gassing people up. You can't be out here gassing people up like that. What do you think about that? Being gassed up.
Being the one that's being gassed or doing the gassing?
Doing the gassing.
Oh, so they say narcissists gas other people.
No,
they
they
want
want to be gassed up.
Oh, okay. A little bit of both. Do some gassing and get gassed up. You know, sometimes it can't be a compliment. You can't give away no compliments.
I don't know. You tell me. They're delusional.
Yeah. Do you feel like the narcissist that you was with complimented you a lot?
No.
Or made you feel okay? So they want to receive it.
They
then
want to
more.
receive
They
the
don't-
attention,
like, I
but
ain't
they
gonna
don't want to
take-
give the attention.
Okay.
I feel like, actually, there was times where I thought, most men, when you look nice, they'd be like, oh, you look
Oh,
pretty
yeah, you
today.
fine,
I mean,
yeah.
he's only said that a couple times to me, where most men will be like, dang, you look nice.
I
Or,
say that to
even
shorty
dudes
every
on
day.
on the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, on the street, I'm getting more attention than the person I'm with. Gotta think about that kind of stuff. We don't think about that in the moment, but it's true. Then there's the exhibitionist narcissist. Oh, exhibitionist. What do you think about when you think about expeditionist?
Exhibitionist is like wanting to be seen doing some stuff, right?
Exhibitionist is like they out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want to, yeah, like they want to be seen, the center of attention.
Yeah.
I want all eyes on me.
I
You
be
know what I'm
liking
saying?
that.
Type personality. You like that?
Yeah, I like doing
Are
that.
you like doing that? All eyes on me. Pay
Yeah.
attention to who I am.
Listen to what I got.
They the life of the daggone party.
Yeah.
I think everybody, some people have extroverted personalities, and I
Yeah.
think they're the life of the party.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you got that characteristic.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I love to be the life of the party.
Mm-hmm. Big personality.
But it says often exhibitionist narcissists tell others how to smile, what to wear, what to say, what not to say. They want to control your storyline of the person that they're with, and their storyline and the character in the story. Oh no, you can't do that with me.
Main character.
The main character. Mm-hmm. That's funny. Wow. They are the so they like people, so they want to be the center of attention. They don't like people that kind of are like them, mm-hmm. that are the center of attention. You know what I'm saying?
They feel like they still need shine.
So if they're not shining, they're crashing the party. They are they're trying to take the attention from you. That's the exhibitionist narcissist, y'all. Sexual narcissism. Sexual narcissism. I would think all narcissists are sexual because they have to have supplies. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of different women. I want to talk to somebody who has experienced a narcissist in a different way than I have. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So it says sexual narcissists are people who prioritize their own sexual satisfaction and needs. Oh, my Lord. Lack empathy for their sexual partners, demonstrate an inflated sense of sexual esteem, expect frequent praise from their sexual performance, and feel entitled to sex when and where they want it. Oh, my God. That means they have a sex demon on them.
Yeah.
I would think that most narcissists have a sexual demon if they're out here with different supplies. Mm-hmm. Would that person not be, so they would be them specifically would be the sexual narcissist?
They would.
So you could probably have, there's 14 types of narcissism. You could probably have more than one type.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
just like you could have more than one mental illness. Yeah.
The sexual narcissist is not romantic or passionate, or because they lack empathy. You know what I'm saying? So they're not romantic, they're not passionate, they're just wham bam thank you ma'am. So if y'all
they just work,
they wham bam thank you ma'am, I got what I wanted and I'm out of here, deuces. Y'all got to pay attention. Okay, pay attention to what you're seeing, because I think sometimes we kind of chuck that up as, we don't have enough time, but that person really just doesn't they lack the love. When, so they don't make love to you. They just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There's a difference. That's a sexual narcissist. Then there's a vindictive narcissist. Oh yeah, I could see some of these traits coming together.
Oh, and the person you were dealing with?
Oh, yeah. A vindictive narcissist, that means they petty as hell. They're going to try to get you back. They want their lick back. They're hypersensitive to disagreements. That means that they don't want to ever be wrong.
Yeah, they feel like they're always right. I hate those type of people.
They don't like boundaries being set. They don't like rejection. They don't like criticism. Think about that. Now that I think about it, this person has some vindictive ways.
I feel like he always, even in the times that I was around him, he was trying to tell you where he was pushing his way or his idea.
On me.
Like even how he was talking about your friends or saying, no, you shouldn't be around this person because they this way and it's the only way to look at it.
Right. Exactly. That's being vindictive.
I remember him having a conversation like that.
What? Oh my God. So this person, listen, a vindictive narcissist will go lick for lick with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They will be the ones that say, oh, you did this to me, so I'm gonna do this
And
to you.
get
I
back.
always thought that was just being, because Virgos are petty, and I'm a Virgo, and the person that was the narcissist in my behavior was also a
Virgo.
So I felt like we were so different, though. I was like, why are we so different? Because I think that personality has a lot to do with it, right? But this person is, will sabotage you, will expose you. If you expose them, they're going to come back and expose you. Like, that's what a vindictive narcissist is, y'all. Several traits to this. Oh, man, several levels. 8 is malignant narcissist. Malignant. You got to think of a tumor. What do you think that means?
That's what
like
malignant
cancer
means?
can be, if it's malignant or non-malignant. If it's a malignant, it's cancerous.
Damn, that means that they just it's super negative, I would imagine.
Oh, my God. Sorry, y'all. My mouse is acting up here. I don't know why.
Malignant narcissism.
Wow. So it shows up a malignant malignant narcissism is so it's the exhibiting symptoms of both narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. Wow.
So it's a combination of the two.
Of the two. Oh, my computer is acting up here. My
Is it
God.
about to die?
No, it's not. It's just acting crazy. Let me see. So it basically, they need power. They need recognition. Of course, we keep saying they lack empathy, and they exploit others for their own benefit. So that's what a malignant one. That's like a cancer. You think of malignant?
Yeah,
you
that's
think
all
about
super
cancer.
negative stuff. They
Super
didn't-
cancerous. You know what I'm saying? Spreading. Ugh. They're just not good people. They're just not good people. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. My computer, I want to go to 9, but it's just acting crazy. Let me see if I can just pull it up on my phone. But the let me see.
Yeah, because you're on a specific website reading these off.
Yeah, yep. I am on choosingtherapy.com, so I'm going to just go on my phone, y'all. Sometimes it's just the things that happen in a podcast. We can't keep it from happening, right?
No.
It just happens. So let's go. We on going to number 9. Number 9 is antagonistic. Ooh, antagonizing people. Ooh, man.
And antagonistic is when they're always just like pushing you or like
Picking
at you, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Just antagonizing you all the time. Like you're not, a sense of entitlement. That you better than me, so you constantly pick on anything I do. You constantly picking at me because I'm not doing it the way you want me to do it. I'm not doing what you want me to do. So that's what a antagonistic narcissism is. They're highly defensive. They assume the worst in others. They assume the worst in other people's comments and respond with anger to any real or imagined slights.
So they always just trying to get their comebacks and they just dissing people all day.
Yeah, they don't care about your well-being. They don't care about you. They only care about themselves. That's an antagonistic narcissist. Somatic narcissists, derive a sense of superiority, entitlement, and self-worth from the perception of their physical bodies. Okay. They use their figures and their physical space around them to express their narcissistic traits. Somatic, because that's sensory. And somatic is sensory. So their strength or confidence is in their beauty, in their strength and in fitness, and they tend to obsess over their appearance and criticize the appearance of others. Wow. Oh. And they get their personal value from sex. I can see that. So somatic, very sensory, derived type. there. Oh, cerebral narcissism. It's an intellectual narcissist. You think about the brain.
Mm-hmm.
You think about the
Oh,
brain.
cerebral. Yeah.
Cerebral. Yeah, you think about the brain. They're perceived as intelligent, well-read, and expert. They're egocentric, use their intelligence against others, boast about their knowledge, excessively correct others, and downplay others' intellectual abilities. So I'm smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? That type of narcissist.
Yeah, sounds
But
like
they actually the cerebral narcissist intelligent, but they use this because they're insecure, and they use it because they want to hide their own insecurities from people. That makes sense.
I was about to say, but even it sounds like a lot of these traits are just a lot of things could be. That's why a lot of people are being called narcissists now, because it's very. It sounds like a lot of people I know just traits.
Yeah,
you know,
just
so
a little
many
trait.
different
But
ones.
people have personality traits. You know what I'm saying? That make them who they are. So that's why I said everyone. I'm sure if you go on there and take the test, you got some form
Everybody
of
gonna have some
narcissism.
points on there.
At some point, you might have 2 or 3. You might have 3 or 4. Or you might have 4 or 5. Or you might have all 14.
All 14 is crazy.
Man, that's crazy. A spiritual narcissist. It's really derived from their self-worth of faith and their ability to control, manipulate, and influence others.
Oh, like
You
the
wouldn't even
church.
think from a spiritual
Yeah.
perspective that a person that is spiritual would even
Be in this.
be in this category, right?
But
Or
if
even
you-
have any of these traits. I didn't even know.
But think about the pastors that's buying jets and buying helicopters and
Oh.
controlling people through the spiritual realm and all that, you know.
And getting money and wow.
And flexing all day.
That's true. So do you think TD Jakes is a spiritual
Yeah, them type of
narcissist?
people, yeah.
Creflo Dollar?
Yep, exactly.
Hey.
Spiritual
These
narcissist.
are yeah, I can see it. They use their spirituality to hurt others by shaming, fear-mongering, or narcissistic gaslighting.
Yep.
So they use spirituality and faith in all conversations.
You're not stepping in the. You're not doing what Jesus wants from you.
Yeah.
Give me your money.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never thought, have you ever, I didn't never
Nah, I
thought
would've-
about that.
Narcissist in every form.
So
out
they're
here.
normally people in positions of power over those who have been through a major transition and turn to spirituality to help them get through it. Wow. So it says anyone can be a spiritual narcissist. Wow. More common. Communal narcissists possess grandiose, inflated perceptions of themselves with the communal environment. Communal means a community.
So like a cult leader.
Dang. Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
follow me. Do as
Yeah.
I say.
They're extraordinary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my Instagram bio says cult leader right now.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
I might
Why
be
does
one.
it say that?
Because I might be a narcissist.
Oh my Lord! Don't say that. Wow, communal narcissist. That is
I
crazy.
might be a communal narcissist.
No, you don't.
No, you
Don't say that. My God. There's also, I wouldn't even think this. Number 14. I wouldn't even think number 14 even existed. A healthy narcissist. What the heck is
That's
that?
like the vegan ones, the ones that saying, "Oh, you better eat like this. You messing your body up. You better eat like me. You better go to yoga. You better go to the gym."
That
5
sounds
times
like
a
an
week."
oxymoron.
Yeah.
A healthy narcissist?
Yeah.
We're saying that all these things are mental health issues
But yeah,
because it's a narcissistic personality disorder. But at the same time, one of the types is a healthy narcissist.
that's crazy.
They have a strong sense of self-worth, grounded in reality, is key to being a healthy, happy, and self-confident adult. The healthy narcissist can acknowledge and prioritize their own needs and not feel guilty about it.
Oh, so they just know that they're a narcissist.
They just know.
It's
like I'm a narcissist and I don't give a damn. And I'm going to be healthy. That's why they're healthy.
Yeah, because they accepting of who they are.
I'm accepting who I am. And if you can't accept it, you're just not the person for me. Because I can imagine being with a narcissist, you have to dumb yourself down.
Unless y'all both just narcissists and y'all just...
Do you think two narcissists can work together?
You said they be antagonizing, so they just got banter all day. They just, people like that energy, that toxic energy or that aggressive energy like that all day, so...
This is the healthy narcissist has self-confidence and exhibit resilience and persistence. They don't rely on grandiosity, charisma, or transactional behaviors to attract friends. Wow. Their self-confidence, they're self-confident. This is just like, it's an oxymoron to me.
It is, yeah.
They're self-confident. They have healthy boundaries, commitment to self-growth, and valuing of their own needs over others.
They just care about themselves, and they like, I don't care who feels any type of way about it. You either gonna accept me for who I am, or you gonna accept this narcissist?
That's basically what he's saying. I got my own boundaries. This is me, and you either accept it or you move on. Honestly, I respect that more than anything else.
The other ones, right? Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of people walking around here that don't know they're a narcissist, or that they and then there's people out here that are the victims that don't know how to deal with them. If you're with I'm not saying that being with a narcissistic person can't work.
Yeah, or be impossible.
You're just going to have to dumb yourself down to be with them. You're going to have to do things to deal with their narcissistic behaviors. It's not saying that can a narcissist be a good person or not? I don't think it's not saying that. They have to realize where their weaknesses are, and a person that is with them has to definitely, whatever their weaknesses are, they have to have the strengths, like in any relationship, to be able to deal with, who they are.
And I was gonna say, and to even understand why they do those things. It's just their character,
Yeah.
they want them to be like them being overly cocky and all that. That's just how they move.
That's how they move, being overly cocky. I'm not saying that being arrogant is bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Being overly cocky is bad. I'm not saying that being why not have a inflated self-ego?
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
believe in yourself and you're out here doing good things and you why not? I'm not saying that that's bad. It's the way you treat other people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of narcissists, like I said, they're in several relationships at one time. They're grandiose in what they're feeding you. They are, gaslighting you. They're love bombing you, saying they love you, this and that. They gaslight you a lot. Those are the things that you have to look at. And when you're looking at those things, if you want to be with the narcissist, you can. Just know how to deal with it. You're going to have to be able to have intense, aggressive reactions, intense conversations with this person. Intense conversations that you're going to have to avoid confrontation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a lot of hate.
Not being confrontational, but having good open discussion. You know what I'm saying? Being able to communicate well with the narcissist. A lot of times too, your dad was kind of controlling, but I think it had to do with his military background. So I had to learn how to pick my battles. Every battle ain't worth winning. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. You think he was a narcissist too?
No, he was definitely not a narcissist.
You got 14 versions right there. You don't think he's any version?
I don't think he's any of those. I think that people, their jobs make them who they are. And when you spend 20 years in a job, you're a leader. I think he had leader tendencies and he expected us to follow the leader. You know what I'm saying? But definitely not a narcissist in any way. I didn't get that. I know now. I see it now. He definitely wasn't like, I don't think he was like that. Now, there
Yeah,
might
you
be some
saying
other women. I think you experience people differently too.
okay? Because I
You
was
know
gonna
what I'm
say, you
saying?
say what? Multiple partners, controlling.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think in our situation is you get married young, you don't experience the things you want to experience, and you really want to experience those, but you want a family too. So definitely not. You don't want to lose your family. You want to keep your family. So there's things that you have to work through, but definitely not narcissistic in any way.
You know, you say he nothing like the one you just dealt with.
Hell to the no. So with narcissists, when you are dealing with a narcissist, guys, you have to set boundaries. I think that's where I made a lot of my mistakes is that I had boundaries and I try to put them in place, but I didn't enforce them.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
you
do that.
have to do that. Enforce your boundaries. If you feel a certain type of way and you feel like this person is not respecting your boundaries,
I'm out.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Why? What are you? You're accepting unacceptable behavior. Don't do that. Do not do that. Set healthy boundaries. Remember, it's about you. It's about two people in a relationship. You got to set healthy boundaries for yourself. Educate yourself. Didn't know I was dealing with a narcissist. So you have to educate yourself about narcissists and who they are, how they can impact your life, how they can change your life, the things that you don't even realize you're doing. They're all about themselves. So you're going to change yourself to be with that person. Think about that, okay? Educate yourself first. Don't take what they say personally, is what they say. How could you not, though? What do you think about that? Somebody says something to you, you don't take it personal? Oh, no.
If you know them and you know they just be talking shit all day, then you're just like, some people you deal with just because you know who they are and you like.
They're judgmental.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Okay, they're judgmental.
Yeah.
You know what? I've had friends in my past like that were judgmental, and I was just like, that's just who they are.
Exactly.
We kind of make excuses for their behavior. Okay, so it's saying they're judgmental. Don't take their criticism or what they say to you to heart.
Yeah,
because
but
it's not true.
Even the narcissist isn't just in relationships. It's in all relationships. It could be friendships. You could have narcissistic friends.
Narcissistic friends.
And all that.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. Can I say in my time, my 50 plus years on this earth, I've never experienced a narcissistic friend either.
Really?
No. I think narcissists look for a certain type of people.
Oh yeah, the
weakest link.
No, yeah.
I think that the narcissist that I was with, I think that he seen that I wasn't weak. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times questioning or, I don't think, he definitely didn't see me as weak. You know what I'm saying? I think that I was, aggressive in my own way. I think I put my foot down a lot of times. But when you love somebody, you make excuses for their behavior sometimes. But a lot of things that what I've seen in comparison to the other people that he's with, that those women were the weakest link. And that's what they kind of feel you out for once. And when they meet somebody who they can manipulate more than the person that they're with, they're going to kind of go in that direction.
Because it's easier.
It's easier. Who fuck with you? Honestly. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to cuss, but that's how it came out. They seek out support. So they surround themselves with, you have to, I'm sorry, we're talking about how you can, deal with the narcissist. So seek out support. People that have been victims. Online, y'all, go to TikTok. I'm telling you, it's so many people on platforms that go on live and talk about narcissism and, the algorithm. Once you like one thing, boy, that algorithm gets you all the time. That's all they push out to you. But seek support from people that love you. Seek support from people that have been around that person and can actually see them for who they are. A lot of times when you're in shit, you can't see the shit that you're in until you get out of it. When you take yourself out of a situation, then you can really evaluate what you just been through. And a lot of times when you're in it, you can't really see it. So definitely there's narcissism support groups. I never thought I would see that, but there's definitely narcissistic support groups out here. Avoid reinforcing narcissistic behavior. Don't be praising them like, oh, I love you so much that you're the best thing that ever happened to me. You're a treasure. We treasure you. That's the stuff they want to hear. Don't feed into that. Because when you feed into somebody, you're feeding into that personality and you're just inflating their ego even more. Don't do that. Ladies, because women, we're kind of love bombing them.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't love bomb your narcissist. And then practice, when you're in a narcissistic relation, practice self-care for yourself. When you're away from that person, love on yourself. I think a lot of people that they target broken people. Listen, we've all been broken in relationships. We've all been in relationships that weren't beneficial. Just because you've been heartbroken or broken by someone, heal from that first before you get into the next relationship so that you don't break someone or you are not further broken. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times people move, we all want love, right? So we all move from one relationship to the next and we don't heal ourselves. Heal yourself first before you move on to the next relationship. And know, like for me, in this era, after that experience, I want to heal myself by being by myself. You know what I'm saying? Allowing myself to, because I love myself. It wasn't that he was attracted to me because of that, but we all have been broken. So we all, I think they focus on the broken women, the women that have been abused in some way, women that, like I said, you know, they like women that are at home waiting for them because they're the type that pop up. So they want a woman that is bound to being home. Because when I first met my narcissist, he used to be like, you outside all the time. I don't nobody want to be with no woman who's outside. Wait a minute. I go to dinner with my girlfriends and go to concerts. That's not being outside. I'm not out here being promiscuous, messing with a whole bunch of people. So don't take time to heal. That's all I'm saying. A lot of times we don't take time to heal in between relationships. And when you start seeing the first signs of something, those signs are who that person is. Don't disregard what you're seeing, because I think a lot of times we disregard what we're seeing. I know women do. Do you think men do that too? Do y'all disregard a lot of times what you're seeing?
Yeah, I think everybody does that because they like the person. They'll just,
so you make exceptions because you like them.
Accepting the red flags. You know,
because I think sometimes, a lot of times we hear people say that women are hard up for a man. So we make excuses for their behaviors.
Maybe men just as hard up for a woman.
For a woman too? You think so? Yeah. They say it's 20-1 out here. Atlanta men, are you hard up for women?
But every man doesn't have the swag or the...
I didn't think about it that way.
You know.
Oh, that's true.
That's how it ends up being 20-1, because they're going after the same one, because the other 19 men, they're like, nah, he not it.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Oh, I never thought about that, but that's true. Yeah.
So that goes into play a little bit too.
Oh my God. So that, narcissism, that's the 14 traits, y'all. If you feel like somebody even has any of these traits, do your research. Because I feel like, for me, I seen it as, oh, this person really likes me. Always just popping up. No, you don't want nobody popping up on you, manipulating you, controlling you. That's not cool. Okay? You got to know who you're dealing with. And also, let me tell you, I don't think women enough talk to other women. Listen, the next person I date, I want to meet your ex. Because I want to know what she says about you. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a referral? Because this day and age, you don't know what you're getting. Get y'all referrals, okay? I'm telling you. Be careful what you're seeing out here, guys. I love you at Titi's House Podcast. Thanks for showing up today.